the live streams.
All right, so we're going to talk about paid subscriptions for preppers or anyone in that realm of the prepping community. Shit hits the fan, breaking news, even in religious channels, right? Do you want to be part of the gold, the platinum, the silver? It all seems like a scam, right? A wash. But let me say this. I believe there's truth in everything, right? How much truth are you willing to pay for is the question, right? And this is kind of a VR response to Dad on the YouTube, however you pronounce the name. I just call him Dad. He did a video last night, and luckily I was up late and I caught it. But that goes for the time I've been here on YouTube since 2013. I've actually had a YouTube channel. Prior to that, I was just viewing. But over the time, I mean, I have my speculations on certain people, certain channels, right? There's channels that you like to hear from because obviously they've taken some or a lot of truth from the world news of real live events, things that are happening in the market, things that are happening around the world, and they're taking that truth and they're making it into their own narrative agenda, if you will, right? I don't want to say it's fake. It's almost like wrestling, right? Those who believe wrestling is real, you're not going to convince them otherwise, right? And those who know or see it as a fake will say, well, it's all staged. To some degree, yes. I mean, I'm not naive to think that it's real, right? But obviously somebody jumping off the ring belt on the corner piece, flying through the air, landing, that's real, right? Them running back and forth in the ring, that's real, right? They're a real person. Call it entertainment, if you will, but it's real to a certain degree. And I think that's how preppers or prepper channels are, where they're taking real world events, real news, and they're putting their spin on it, right? To the point of, hey, this is what's going on, and they're throwing on XYZ. You should buy this, buy that. And by the way, I happen to have a store, or here's some information, but I actually have access to more information. If you want that above and beyond, you can join my coffee club or my silver or platinum or gold membership, right? And I always get a kick out of these channels where, in my mind, in Red's mind, I always think to myself, if shit hits the fan, is real or will be real one day, or some people will say, well, hurricanes, natural disasters, fire, that's real shit hits the fans, and it is, right? And you want to be prepared. But in my mind, I think to myself, if the end of the world is coming, who cares if you're selling something, right? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. There's no amount of money that you're gonna get from YouTube or from people or from platinum memberships or gold memberships that's gonna change that, right? That's gonna save you. And I've always felt like a preacher, right? Someone that preaches at a Christian church, if they really believe in the Word of God, if they really believe in what they're doing, if they really believe that God has called them into this, and I'm a man of faith. I am not knocking on them, but this is just a thought, right? Just a thought. But if you really believe in this crusade, you would do it for free. And as a child growing up, I just assumed that's what they were doing. They were called upon God, as they say. God called me to do this, so I'm doing it, right? Now, I get it. You have to eat. You need clothes and all that. But shouldn't you do it for free? And then whatever offerings you get should just be to cover the bases, the basic necessities of life, right? That means food, water, beverages, whatever, and clothing, right? And a house, as far as housing goes. Not you own a house. It was never designed, I don't think it was ever meant for you to be a millionaire and have your own jet and fly around the world and you have a big yacht and you're coming out in fancy suits. I don't think that was ever the idea. And if it is the end of the world, my thinking is, what does it matter that you're selling something? What does it matter that you have this store? If it's gonna come to pass, then just tell people, hey, prepare. Shit hits the fan, it's gonna happen, blah, 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 blah. What does it matter? Why charge, right? But in every prepper channel that I've come across, it's all about the money. And so what I do is I take whatever knowledge they're offering to give and I go with it. And anything extra above that, like, hey, I have memberships, I said, no, thank you, I'm not interested. But I'll take whatever you're offering for free. I don't give it too much value. I don't give it too much thought to say, oh, that's a scam. They're offering some information, I'll take it. It's free, I'll take it. Beyond that, I'm not paying for shit. Just my thoughts, Dad, on the Eve. Dad Eve 2. I think I'm saying that right. Take care, brother.